Hello Internet, this is Ian from Plan D Avalon. Now, you may not know, I have a very large comic book collection, and I mostly deal with hardcovers and paperbacks of collections due to the fact that I'd rather do that than buy the floppies. Now, what I'm going to be trying to do is setting up some impressions on some of the books that I have. Now, my first impression is going to be from, so far, my favorite book of the year, The Big Damn Sin City. This book has come out to commemorate the release of the second Sin City movie, A Dame to Kill For, which is based on 4 chapters of Sin City, 2 of which are included here. One is a short story and one is an actual book itself. So, as you can see, it is a gigantic book. Now here is a comparison to a regular comic book hardcover that's come out recently, Injustice: Gods Among Us. This book overtakes it by quite a bit. Now, the size and the weight of the book is absolutely immense. The book has to weigh at least 12 pounds, and this is bigger than than my dog. This book weighs more than my actual dog. Now, it contains the first 7 volumes of Sin City that have come out, and there are rumors that there will be more, but this contains all the ones from the 90s and early 2000s. The binding of the book is fantastic. It has the sewn binding that we have come to love from Marvel omnibuses and the DC Absolutes, except this is completely sewn, no glued binding, and the glued binding is actually a large reason that I have hated the DC omnibuses as of late. It's an incredibly cheap way to make it, and this, thank God, Dark Horse did this at a very, very low price and preceded my expectations amazingly. Now let's take a look inside. For those of you who don't know, Sin City is written by Frank Miller, and it is a film noir drama, which usually the books are one act apiece, and they all interconnect, and mostly in the timeline, and not so much as, you know, actual events. I'm going to show off some pages of it, so you guys get a feel for the book. Now this contains all 7. No real special features in here, which kind of, is kind of not that great, but for the amount that you get for the price, I mean, on Amazon right now it's only $60. I got a $100 face value. That's amazing for this quality book. The first book is The Hard Goodbye. It jumps off the page at you. Absolutely brilliant. Wonderful. The pictures are usually not full page splashes. They cut off around the edges, which is very good, as nothing gets cut off, and the actual midsection is nothing is left out, as was the writing style. Now this book is an absolute beast. The pages that had color in the novels as they were originally released are in color, along with the first cover of each book. And you see, once we get to the middle of the book, and even towards the end, there is no gutter loss, as it is not usually drawn to have gutter loss. But even if it was, there's not really any case that it would have it. See, there we actually have an image where there would be gutter loss and probably a DC book. And we have no gutter loss since the sewn binding is done so perfectly. I got this copy, and I have not had one problem with it yet. So we're coming to the end of To Hell and Back, and we're at the end of the book, And at the end, the only special feature that we have is about Frank Miller, the author. And it's got a little article about him and his picture. There it ends, and it gives you the credits. And right before the about the author, it gives you the graphic novel collection, where it tells you all about each graphic novel and, you know, the price if you want to buy them separately. Don't really know why it does that. That's a little confusing. We get to the back, blank pages. This is the back of the beast. No slipcover, and it is all in. It is all just a regular hardcover, which will actually, you know, look very good on your shelf. And I have to say, it looks absolutely epic on mine. So, this has been The Big Damn Sin City. If you have any questions or feel like you'd like to know anything about the book, post it in our comment section. If you like what you see here, I would go out and buy it. It is absolutely a perfect book for a perfect series.